What is going on here, guys? We are back here with another video this week, and today we're going to be talking about how to earn more gold. So essentially we're going to talk about and break down all the different ways we have in game currently that we can kind of take advantage of and to use to earn more gold. And again, this is part of my beginner series set here, and it's to help out new players. It's also to help out veteran and mid-level players as well, if you guys didn't know any of these tips and tricks. And if there's anything I might have missed, please feel free to comment below and kind of add that in as well. I don't know if I'll be able to capture everything in here, and not to the detail that I'd like, but obviously if there's any details or anything like that that's important that I do miss, please feel free to comment below. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So we've got a spreadsheet here that has all the values that we can basically have that helps earn gold in the game. And currently right now we've got Agent Coulson in the midst here, and obviously everyone's kind of trying to spend their gold wisely so that way they can unlock shards for him. But before we jump into the specifics of this, let's get into the game here so we can talk about just the examples in there. So right off the bat here, guys, first and foremost, doing your daily objectives. This is one of the best ways currently right now to earn a whole bunch of gold, especially just doing your daily things. For example, blitzing, completing your quests, all that good stuff. And I don't need to go into too much detail. It's pretty basic as it is, but just doing these objectives alone will net you over 100,000 gold. So in total, it'll give you about 115,000 gold, and that's not even including the power course it brings along and the experience points as well. Especially right now with the level cap, experience is definitely gonna go a long ways. And that's not to say as well that you also get some other extra goodies, like for example these campaign energy refills as well, which again goes well right now with the Agent Coulson event because it helps with the refreshes for getting more Coulson shards. So again, just everything kind of nets together here. And just on that note with daily objectives as well, the Blitz charges, they also bring out refreshes as well, and this is really nice because a lot of people didn't realize if you already have maxed out recharges, if you accept this, you actually get gold back in return. So if you guys look at my top screen there, it's 969, 907 right now, and if we hit accept, it's going to jump to 979. So every 10 refreshes that you have that is extra, it basically gets converted to gold. So right there, you can get about 10,000 gold per day just from doing that, which is actually really nice. A lot of people didn't realize that. I didn't realize that for the longest time. I was just, I was always just doing my blitzing and just kind of ignoring that fact. But I just found that out from one of my alliance mates, and I'm just going to collect these up here and get some more gold in the process here. But like I said, a lot of extra goodies, just making sure you do these dailies. Sometimes I forget to do them, which really sucks because then you're like, oh my goodness, I just lost out on power cores, or you just lost out on some extra extra goodies, that sort of thing. So now what I try to do is I try to get these done ASAP right away, so then that way if the day gets crazy and I'm at work, then I don't have to worry too much about that. Moving on, next we're going to talk about energy. So right there I've got about 116 energy here, and one of the other best ways to get gold in this game is just playing your campaign modes and getting energy. So again, we get currently a total of 528 per day just being passive. So we get about 240 collectible energy per day, and then we get about another 288 generated just from the game kind of idling there. We get about 1 energy per 5 minutes, which comes out to about 12 energy per hour. And then again, if you take 12 times 24 hours, then you get 288 energy. So again, just with free energy, we get 288 plus the 240 that we get that's collectible. So you get about 528 energy, which is really nice, which means you can basically do about 5 of these. We're just going with the ABCs here because it's just for illustration's sake. But again, if you look at the gold amounts here, just doing these alone will net you 4,200 per quest. And again, I've got 117 here, so if I just do 100 right now, boom, that's nets you about 21,000 gold. So again, I have a spreadsheet of this later on that you guys will take a look at here. But if you're doing the 528, that's pretty much like 5 of these quests, and it actually gives you a grand total averaging around 86,000 gold per day just from your daily energy alone. So again, this is not including any free energy refreshes, any power cores you might be using for refreshes, but just something to note because again, that's 86,000 gold just from your free energy alone, and that's just making sure you log in and making sure you're just doing those as you're playing the game. So again, guys, this is really, really easy gold here that a lot of people miss out on. So make sure you're playing consistently. All right, so next, moving on here is the daily challenges. So today's obviously not the greatest day to show you guys this as an example, but again, we get these daily gold rush challenges 3 times a week, and again, every time we do these missions, we get about 78,000 per gold at the highest tier, and on top of that, we also get 240 orbs as well here. So that's really, really nice because the orbs give you more gold, and then on top of that, these quests come about 3 times a week, so that actually comes out to a total of about 234,000 gold per challenge, which then nets about basically 720 gold. 720,000 gold, something like that per week essentially. And I like I said, I've got this kind of in a spreadsheet so I can show you guys, and that's not even including the gold orb fragments, which will also net you additional gold. And if we're talking about gold orb fragments, we're gonna just jump in here. I just got this from the raids, from our daily gamma, beta, alpha, whatever you want to call them, raids. And again, that's the orbs is the other way we get gold. And as you guys can see there, I am like short 30 gold here. So I can't really show you the example here per se. But again, if you look at the left, right, and the center pillars, you get about 30,000 minimum, and then the 60 in the center. So it actually nets you about 120,000 gold, which is, you know, pretty reasonable. And I usually get that about once a day. It looks like today we just missed the mark there, but again, that's, you know, averaging out depending on the raids and that sort of thing. And that's where it kind of comes in, you know, where people are arguing, you know, is it better to spend the 450 power cores on an orb, or is it better to spend your power cores on refreshes? And then, you know, as we had discussed just recently here, just doing 500 energy will net you about 86,000 gold, something like that. So again, that will cost you about like 200 gold, or sorry, that will cost you about 200 power cores, and you get about 86,000 gold in return. So which is fairly similar to this gold orb. And on top of that, you also get the character shards or ABCs or materials. So that's where it's kind of, you know, a toss-up between what's better to use the power cores for, the gold orbs or energy. And again, I'll talk more about power cores in a different video, but today, just to kind of stay on topic here, gold orbs, essentially, you know, when you get them, open them, and then you get them, you know, it's nice that you get them out of that. Anyhow, moving on. Next thing that we can do actually here is, while we're on this topic of gold orbs, you can also get money from your daily orbs, and I don't have any here to show you guys as an example here, but let me just see if I can find the oh, I do have one, never mind. So let's see if we get any gold out of this. So it's just random chance, and again, it's just, you know, it's just one of those things. It ranges from like 10 to 100, which, I mean, it's not a lot, but you know, it does help it out. So that's just one of those things, like I said. And then now we got to talk about blitzes. So blitzing is another great way to get gold, and we get about 3 different blitzes per week, essentially. I guess 4 in total if you count that. But we get one on Monday, we get one on Thursday, and then we also get one on the Sunday, which is the red star orbs, and we also get the orb frenzies, or whatever you want to call them. And again, with these ones, just doing the milestones and getting it up to 14, you will get a net total of about what is it, like 300,000 or something like that. Let me see here. 10 times 14, so that's 25 plus the other 22.5, and then you get 20k for the first 6 milestones. So actually that comes up to about 310,000 gold per blitzing. So just collecting this here now, because we're doing this here, and again with raid health packs, this actually works the same way as your blitz refreshes as well. If you have any extra ones, they will actually get converted into gold. And again, right now with our Ultimate 7s, I'm not really using my refreshes because we can't even get past 60 yet, so that's why I've just kept it at max. But again, if you do those on your blitzes, you'll get about 310,000 per blitz. So you can do that on the Mondays and the Thursdays and then the Sundays, and then in total that's going to net you 310,000 gold per blitzing. So just collecting this here now, because we're doing this here, and again with raid health packs, this actually works the same way as your blitz refreshes as well. If you have any extra ones, they will actually get converted into gold. And again, right now with our Ultimate 7s, I'm not really using my refreshes because we can't even get past 60 yet, so that's why I've just kept it at max. But again, if you do those on your blitzes, you'll get about 310,000 per blitz. So you can do that on the Mondays and the Thursdays and then the Sundays, and then in total that's going to net you quite a bit in the weekly return there. And I've got the totals to show you guys afterwards. And then just to mention something else as well here while we're on blitzing, the Red Star Orbs also net you gold, different amounts. This one usually nets you about 180, and same with the Orb Assaults. That's what you call it. Anyways, these ones also net you like 110,000. So again, these ones will add up as well on the Sundays, which is really, really nice. So everything you do, just do your dailies, do your blitzing, and I mean, right off the bat here, we've already got 1.37 mil. So I mean, it just keeps adding up everything you do, which is really, really nice. Everything you do in this game here, and then just a brief mention before we go into the spreadsheets here. On top of that, we also have the payday events. I mean, this is coming back here, and again, most people will have their characters up to 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 stars, and again, that's just more and more and more money. So again, 350k per win, 450, 600, and 800. And then the first time you actually complete it as well, I believe you get some sort of bonus. So I believe it's like a 2 times bonus or something like that. I forget how much it was exactly, but they give you an extra bonus the first time you complete the payday, like the payday tier. So the first time you do a tier 3 or a tier 4, there's extra gold involved, which is really nice actually. So that's really, really nice to have. But essentially, that's pretty much all the ways that you can get gold. Other things I guess I should mention as well here is we've got some Blitz Orbs, and these guys will net you usually a minimum of 1,500 gold as well, 1,500 to 3,000. And we'll just open these up while we got them here. We just got these orbs obviously from collecting those rewards from the milestones. So again, yeah, let's see. Come on. I'm hoping for some not Mantis. I'm hoping for some rescue. But again, you get about 1,500 to 3,000 per per orb opening, and that's pretty much all the ways that you can. That's pretty much all the ways. Other than that, I mean, just your alliance wars. I mean, or not alliance wars. Sorry, your alliances, your donations. Don't forget, you can also do this one. I mean, oh yeah. So when you do your donation, you get your 10,000 back, which basically helps counteract the 10,000 you may or may not have donated, depending on who you are in the clan. You may have just you might have done power cores instead. And then I can't really show you guys alliance wars here, but obviously there's rewards involved as well with alliance war, and that will depend on the tiers. But usually, I mean, if you're losing, you're getting like 50 to 70,000, and if you're winning, you're getting like 100 to 150 or higher, depending on your tier. But again, we won't include alliance war specifics in this one, just because there is quite a bit of that variance there for that. But anyhow, let's jump into the spreadsheet here. We don't want to make this video too long here. And again, just kind of recapping everything I talked about here. So again, if we just kind of zoom in here and we looked at the daily objectives, again, you get 115,000 per day, which is really, really nice. So just doing that straight up is going to net you 805 a week. And then same thing with your daily energy, and you get about 86,000. And again, with the 86,000, that was calculated based on the using the ABCs. This amount may change depending on what other missions you might do, depending on the materials you need. But again, if you're doing that same one, and I always farm those ones because those things, I don't know why, it just seems like everything needs it, so I always farm those ones. And again, you'll get about 600,000 per week on those. And then gold rush challenges, you get 3 of those in the week, so again 234 times 3. And then you also get 720 orbs as well, which is really nice. So that's really nice. And so you get about the 702,000 gold, and then you get 720 gold orbs as well. And again, with 2,000 gold orbs, that's when you can use them to open up some more goodies. Blitz milestones, again, we got 3/4 blitz every week. So again, when you do those rewards, you get about 310, and then you also get 110 plus the 180 with the red star and the orb assault. So again, that comes out to a grand total of 910,000 per week. So your grand total for the week is 3 million. So that's actually really good. So you get about 3 mil per week just doing dailies, just collecting energy, doing missions. And again, guys, this is not including any power core usage. So again, you get 3 mil per week, which, I mean, obviously we've got about 20, I think 28 or 29 days of Agent Coulson left. So again, just something to think about if you guys are thinking about how much money you get per week. And again, that's just straight off, not including any power core usage. And then again, I did include here some totals that if you're just doing dailies and you're just doing your daily energy, you get about 200,000, which isn't bad. And then after the first day, if usually with the Blitz events, they kind of coincide with the gold refreshes as well, which is actually kind of nice. So so then you can kind of get 544 on the Monday and then 544 on the Thursday when those Blitz comes out, especially if you're a keener and you're just doing all those milestones right away because you're either gold, stretched out on gold, or you just want the extra milestone, so then you can recharge on your Blitz credits and all that good stuff. And then again, just additional stuff here we'll talk about with those Blitz refreshes like I talked about. Every day you get 100 per, just doing your Blitz rounds. So again, I usually just collect it like that, so then I get about 10,000, and then again, you also get them from the refreshes as well. So the refreshes you get from the challenges, and I do see that I left it blank there, but you get about 13,000 times 3, because you get like what is it? You get 9,000. You get the 90 refresh plus the 30 for the health. So then it usually comes out to about like 26, or sorry, not 26, 39,000. So again, that comes out to a total of 109,000 as well here. And I might have done the math wrong on this one, but again, essentially it's health and raid orbs, and I mean, not everyone's gonna have this, but this is just extra if you guys have that. And I've been really desperate for gold, so that's what I've been kind of doing. And then just to kind of recap here as well, with the gold orbs, we've got the alpha, beta, gammas, whatever, and then you usually get about 120,000 per orb. And again, I usually get about the 1,900 orbs per raid, because I usually rank in the top 6 or something like that. So that's really nice. So usually I end up opening a gold orb usually once a day. And today it looks like I just missed a mark there. I was like right at 1970 or something. So looks like I just missed it. But usually if you get that per day, which usually ends up happening, 7 times 120, that's 840,000 per week as well. Including those raids. And again, with the payday event, just varying changes, but obviously if you've got 4, 5, or 6, or 7 stars, then you get significantly higher amounts of gold. And obviously if you can get it tiered up and high as you can, then you can get up to that 2.4 million, which is really nice. I mean, I am certainly glad that it's coming, because I need a ton of gold. Just for all the leveling I've been doing. I got to level up my Ghost Rider. I gotta finish up Coulson. So it's just a whole bunch of other things. And again, with the Alliance donations, 10,000 gold to donate, and then, or if you're doing power cores, which I don't recommend you guys doing power cores or the refreshes, just do the gold. It's easy. You get it back. So it basically just nets your return. And then daily orbs gets you about 10 to 100. And like I said, again, I didn't actually include the Alliance War ones because those ones just vary too much. But I mean, minimally, you can get like 50 to 70,000-ish if you're losing, and then you can get like anywhere upwards of 100,000 if you're winning, and those usually occur obviously 3 times a week as well. So I mean, you can kind of do the math on that. But again, that's all the ways that we have in the game here to get money. So again, hopefully you guys found this useful, and like I said, if you guys feel like I missed anything, please feel free to comment below. Otherwise, guys, kind of got blurry there. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, happy gaming.